On behalf of the Rainbow Lakes Estates Advisory Board, welcome to today's meeting. We appreciate your presence and participation. As a courtesy to those around you, please silence all cell phones and other electronic devices. If you need to take a call, we kindly ask that you step outside to avoid disrupting the meeting. We also remind attendees that talking or outbursts from the audience during the meeting will not be permitted. Please take a seat if one is available and help us maintain a respectful and orderly environment. Thank you for your cooperation. Scheduled speakers who registered in advance will be allotted 5 minutes to speak. If you signed up at the door, you will be granted 2 minutes. If you wish to speak on a non-agenda item, you may do so toward the public comment portion near the end of the meeting. No additional time will be allotted beyond what is specified. When you're called to speak, please clearly state your name and address for the record. Provide any supporting documentation to the staff assistant. Be aware that all statements and materials submitted will become part of the official public record. Respectful conduct reminder. This board is not allowed in the past and will not allow in the future any personal attacks or insults directed at the Rainbow Lakes Estates and Marion County Municipal Services staff, advisory committee members, or community volunteers. We ask that all comments remain respectful, stay within your allotted time, and focus on specific issues relevant to the meeting. Thank you for your cooperation and commitment to a productive discussion. Board members and board guests. If you wish to specifically call upon and speak with an individual in the audience during the meeting, please address the chair first before doing so. However, you do not need to address the chair to speak directly with other board members or with members of the public who are addressing the board during the agenda or general public comment portions of the meeting. Thank you for helping us maintain an orderly and respectful meeting process. Okay, I'm going to start with the invocation. Holy One, known by many names and beyond all names, thank you for every seat that has been filled here today, for each mind and heart that fills the presence of this room. We thank you. Only you truly know what we are setting out to accomplish today. We have an idea, a vision, hints, and daily instructions. We have talents, ability, and time to work. However, only you can see in perfect detail the end of every beginning, every project, every season, every life. Nothing is ever in vain. For even mistakes and missteps are used for good. Your righteousness transcends all our efforts and understanding. Forgive us our pride, the pride that puffs us up, and the pride that threatens to unqualify us. Strengthen our confidence in who you have made us to be. Set us free from comparison in order to work together efficiently. Bless this meeting today, all those present, all the residents, volunteers, and employees of Rainbow Lakes Estates, as well as the lives of those we encounter afterward. Ready us to make every moment count. Amen. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tiffany, can you do the roll call, please?
Brian. Here. John Connor.
Here.
Alan McKay.
Here.
Dallas Diddlin.
Here.
Dan Wilcherson.
Here. Okay. Okay, there's nobody for the public agenda items? Nobody for the agenda items. Okay. I do have an announcement. I'd like to take a moment to introduce the newest member of our Rainbow Lakes Estates team, Jennifer Normoyle, who has joined us in the Rainbow Lakes Estates Community Center Supervisor. We're excited to welcome Jennifer to the RLE family. Her role will be vital in supporting our community programs and events and day-to-day operations of RLE.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Jennifer, and I've been here about 2 weeks, and I'm very excited to get to work with you. So please stop by the office anytime with ideas, questions. We are here to serve you, and I appreciate it.
Jen, did I pronounce your name right?
You did. You totally got it right. I'm so proud of you. It's Irish. Would you believe that? Yeah.
I practiced all afternoon.
Yeah. Good job. Good job.
Okay. Approval of minutes, May 15th, 2025, board meeting. Are there any questions or concerns regarding the minutes from the May 15th, 2025 board meeting? If there are no questions or changes, may I have a motion to approve the minutes followed by a second?
I motion that we approve the minutes.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
Can I make one comment?
What's that?
You skimmed right over the comment.
No,
Could
I
we
was looking
also
right at
have
you.
these minutes included when we get the agendas for the meetings? Yes, that way we have an opportunity to review them.
You didn't get them?
Of course, I didn't realize they weren't included. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Okay, Advisory Committee reports. Vice Chairman, Public Safety Representative, Alan George McKay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First, I want to let you know that we did have some fire incidents over the last 2 months. Since the last report, May there were 6 fire calls and 39 medical calls. June, there were 11 fire calls and 37 medical. So sometimes we're fairly busy. All right, regarding traffic signal, Tiffany will fix it up for me. Regarding the traffic signal installation, the following was received from Kevin Marquez, professional engineer at FDOT. Our consultant submitted the first set of plans, and those are now under review with our teams to make sure we're on the right track. We're working on developing the design documentation needed for approving the unconventional design we have here, which my assumption is will be approved since we can't do anything about relocating the rail tracks. We also had to approve a change from concrete poles to aluminum mast arms. It resolves some design issues, but it creates a more difficult construction project. It will be something for us to handle once we get to the point of creating a contract for this location. Still working on determining all the utility owners. AT&T is one of them, and they have begun to plan for their relocation needs. But there are still unknown lines which we think are communication related. Sometimes they are old abandoned copper lines, but we'll continue our process and contacts to assure everyone is responding. I've attached a couple of screenshots to this report, and if that's correct, okay, this is one of the plans. The other plan didn't come through, but this is one of the, this, can't see it? Too bright? Yeah, you can't.
Where are you talking about?
Okay, this is at Rainbow Lakes Boulevard and 41.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, if you could blow it up where people can see it, or if we could walk up and look at it.
Okay.
Can't see it back here, guys. That's terrible.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Am I wrong or am I right?
Yeah, I think there was copies over
Speak
there.
up, guys, because if you don't speak up. It's on the back of the minutes. It's on the minutes right there.
It's on the minutes.
I already did.
Yeah, it's right on the minutes.
Go on, George.
Anyway, okay. Get back to where I was. Okay, I have the plan of the view screen, and you can see it's not a simple project. The timeline is shooting for sometime in the second quarter of 2026, barring any serious issues encountered. There can be issues, but as you know, with all government contracts, things happen. All right, and on another note, recently vandalism occurred at Tiger Lake Boat Ramp. Much has been added to social media, and the best factual information we have at the present time is that Marion County Sheriff's Office and Fish and Wildlife Commission are investigating. I personally want to put my thoughts on the record. This is my opinion only, not the board's or the county's. Since pending investigation could be hindered by board comment, I will speak for myself alone when I say I'm disgusted with not only the actions of these vandals, but their apparent lack of remorse. There was at least one sandhill crane nest destroyed, and this makes this a federal issue, as they are protected species. We must be vigilant as to vandals destroying or defacing community property. When you see somebody commit an obviously criminal act, report it immediately and provide all the facts you can. This is the only way we will ensure that these acts are never committed or nor permitted again. Facebook and other social media posts Don't get anything real or lasting done. If you see it, report it. Now, there are, I have spoken with Lieutenant Bullwinkle and FWC. The suggestions by FWC for us to help remedy this is installation of trail cams. So this is the kind of thing that we have to have video evidence. It's required. I believe that is everything.
That would imply we have a tree down there. I don't know that we have any trees around that boat ramp, do we?
Don't have to have that. They can put them on a stand.
You're gonna what?
They can put them up on a stand.
The last 10 minutes.
Hey, I'm just telling you what the guy said, you know?
George, a question.
Yes, sir.
This thing behind me here.
Yes.
We are saving the walls. There's no removal of either of the
There shouldn't be
brick
any
walls.
removal of the walls, no.
And it also calls for 225 feet of barrier on the railroad side?
Right.
Okay, just to
Yeah, because
clarify.
they don't want our accidents to go into the railroad property.
Right, makes sense. Okay, thank you, George. Okay, Buildings and Grounds Representative, John Connor. I always said gowns.
All right, so basically,
John, can you speak in the microphone so they can actually hear you in the back?
all right. Can you hear me now? Cool. I'm going to defer anything dealing with Tiger Lake and the other vandalism to a little later because it's on the agenda and we're going to give you full details on it. But after looking at all the rest of the buildings and things, everything seems to be in pretty good shape. The community center is still unusable because the repairs aren't done. And over at Seacliff Park, I did notice that along the backside behind where the softball area is, there's some damage to a fence. Probably a tree branch or something fell on it. But other than that, we're in good shape except for the damage at the lake.
Okay, thank you, John.
Yeah.
Moving on, Code Enforcement Representative position is vacant. Levy County Representative Daniel Schuson.
Okay, on the Levy County side, we have been seeing movement on the violations that were recorded for code enforcement. We've had 2 cases that have now gone before the magistrate. Both of the cases have resulted in penalties, fines, and 1 seizure of property in here. So all of the open ones, we have 1 existing open case, and that is currently working through the processor system. Roads maintenance, I had a brief discussion with Zach. We have some sand encroachment on 114th as well as 105th. 105th, that intersection has been a reoccurring issue, which is why I talked to Zach about it. Initially, they were talking about bringing out engineers to take a look at that intersection because the water doesn't flow under the roadway, it flows over it, which is just bringing the sand right across the road with it and creates a hazard because it's a dead-end road. You only have one way to turn if you want to stay within Rainbow Lakes Estates. So that one has come up a couple of times. The one on 114th is new. I want to take this opportunity though real quick because Bill, who's our maintenance guy, never gets enough accreditation and accolades. He is an amazing person to work with. And I have to say, for me, when I see something, I go to report it, put my work order in. Before I even get the work order in, his team is already out there and either has adjudicated, adjusted, or abated the problem or situation before we even get the paperwork done. I just want him to make sure that he hears that. We do see it, we recognize it. So thank you. As far as public safety on our side, we haven't really found anything. There were a couple of issues where I had gotten some phone calls and text messages, emails, but I've gone out, taken a look at it. There's really nothing there. It was a couple of people that they thought were squatting on their property. They were not. They had just recently purchased the land. They were out there over the weekend. Yes, they did pitch tents. They stayed on their property, but there is no intention to live on the property in a tent. But they wanted to go out and check it out. Other than that, we are clear.
You know, I have to also say about Bill and his crew, mainly what I hear, the complaints, right? And I tend to forget Bill and that entire team is out there, because it's a one department I never hear a word about. Nobody's out there to complain, nothing. So they really do an amazing job, and I want to state that fact.
Well, Bill and his crew are honestly stellar individuals. One of them, David, is here tonight. He's kind of Bill's number two out there, but they are everyone on that crew, great group of guys, hard workers, and again, by the time I make the phone call, if they haven't already heard about it, they're on it that day. So they're
Yeah.
definitely
Absolutely.
I couldn't be happier to have them.
Okay. All right, thank you, Dan, Zach. Recreation Representative Kathy Bryant. Kathy, you are going to have to pull this.
There you go. There you go.
Way up. How's that?
All right, can everybody hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The Fiber Craft Society, Jennifer Coca, meets on the second and fourth Saturdays from 12 to 3 at the Creative Arts Center. And they're a very wonderful group. And anybody is more than welcome to come. Pins and Needle Stitchers Club with Marcy McKay meets on Mondays from 10 until 2 at the Creative Arts Center. And that's another fun group. The Poker Club meets Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 to 3 p.m. at the Creative Arts Center. Larry Hoffman can answer any of your questions. I have his phone number if you want it. The Women's Club gathers in the Community Center complex at 10 on the third Wednesday of the month. Currently, they go to lunch. They are also considering other activities. Nancy Krause, and I have her phone number too, can answer any questions. The Domino Club meets on Friday nights at the Community Center complex. And if there's something going on here, they're over at the youth center. And that's a super fun group. Tater Tots, are they Thursday? That's right.
Thursdays.
Right, okay. Anyway, they changed to Thursday and Tuesday for the summer. Now, Thursday is strictly the summer, and that's from 10 o'clock until noon at the community center. It's free and it's open to the public. Pickleball is every Monday and Thursday at 8 a.m. at Seacliff Park, also open to the public. The youth center is open Wednesdays and Fridays from 4 to 6. A nominal charge of $5 a year for residents, $10 a year for non-residents. Kayaks are available to the public for rent Mondays through Fridays from 8 to 4. Rental is $25 for the first 4 hours and $5 for each additional hour. We have a wonderful fitness center here that is open to residents only. I have photographs of all the equipment if anyone wants to see it. The building is very spacious, very clean, and registration appointments can be made at the office. And the annual fee is $25 for 1 year or $50 for 2 years. And that's the district office across the street here. On August the 12th and September the 9th, there'll be a plant swap from 5:30 to 6:30, open to the public. Bring a plant, swap a plant. Here in the building. Mark your calendar for the chili dinner on Friday, September the 26th at 6 p.m. while supplies last. It is free to the residents of Rainbow Lakes Estates. It's only for the residents. Volunteers, of course, are always needed with recreational activities. It requires a level 1 background check, which RLE will pay for. And that's all that I know. Can I get it right?
Ready, Kathy?
That's it.
All right, thank you, Kathy. Acting Road Representative Alan George McKay.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything new to report. I would say unfortunate thing is, the stuff that I had seen had already been fixed. So it's fixed already, you don't have to report it.
My favorite word, it's already done.
Yeah. Buy Bill lunch. Get the guys lunch too, yeah.
Okay, moving on to our municipal service manager reports. Staff report, Katie Burton, Municipal County Marion County Municipal Services Recreation Manager. Apparently I'm changing your job title.
That's fine.
Try an acronym.
Good afternoon, thank you, Katie Burton, Community Manager. First, I'd like to kick off with, of course, welcoming Jennifer. Again, we're very happy to have her on our team. We have more interviews tomorrow for that open buildings and grounds position, and then our part-time staffer after that. So we are on our way. Hopefully, I know I've been saying that for a while. And we have a new rec staffer starting before the end of the month. On to our program attendance. For May, we had a total of 371 program attendance. This includes 180 at the fitness center, 40 at the youth center, 14 at the plant swap, Domino Club and Poker Club both at 42, Fiber Craft Society with 18, Tater Tot Tuesday with 10, and Pins and Needles with 25. For June, we had 545 attendance. Notably, the Meet Dinner with 89 participants, 182 in the fitness center, 30 in the youth center, 15 at the plant swap, and then of course our clubs and 39 at Tater Tot Tuesday. So a huge thank you to the staff and volunteers that make all of that possible. For our expense and revenue summaries for RLE General Government, our expenses year to date are $273,132.22 with revenues of $1,455,59.13 and a balance of $1,181,926.91. With the Recreation Fund, expenses year to date $68,630. Revenues year to date $424,203.65 with a balance of $355,573.25. Road and street budget expenses year to date is $282,468.34 with revenues of $2,187,131.29 and a balance of $1,904,662.95. For that road and street budget on our work orders, for the month of April, we have 6 completed work orders with 2 remaining open. And for year to date, we have 37 completed work orders with 5 remaining open. So again, kudos to Bill and his crew out there working hard. Rentals booked year to date, our community center has 9 bookings and the pavilions have 5 bookings. That's all I have.
That's it. Thank you, Katie.
Wait, I had a question.
Yes, sir? Figured you would.
I guess it's to both you and Zach. In the last meeting, which I was not present at, but I did read that through, we did liquidate some equipment. Has that occurred yet?
So, good news, after 8 months of back and forth, it goes in front of, so the equipment has left the site. It has been approved by finance, fleet, everybody else. It gets signed off in front of the commissioners in 2 weeks. So that paycheck should be coming, I would say, 4 weeks, it should be in our accounts. We did agree, so the dump truck, we haven't used for
Right.
5 years, $22,500 for that, and then the heavy haul trailer that's probably been sitting for close to a decade, with $2,500, so a grand total of $25,000 that we're getting back.
Okay. I was just wondering, because we're getting the numbers out now, and I wanted to find out if that was included in this. They're not, so
Not yet.
that was asked and answered. And the last thing, I may be out of turn, and I apologize to the chair if I am. We did close the last quarter, but I have not seen financials yet.
Okay. We'll
Thank
work
you.
on that.
Thank you.
Of course.
All right, moving on. Zach Jacobson, Marion County Municipal Services Operations Manager.
I've got some things, but I can wait till we get to that point.
Okay. All right, now time to throw Jennifer Normoyle under the bus at her first meeting. Rainbow Lakes Estates Community Center Supervisor. Anything?
Right now, I'm just getting my feet wet. We're looking at programming for next year. We're planning some events for Halloween, for Christmas, and another meeting that's upcoming. But that's about it.
Well, as long as you're not getting them wet over at the boat ramp, you might fall in.
Nope.
Have we reached out to our volunteer committee yet? Have you reached out to Marcy McKay?
We have not reached out with them yet because we are still formulating the actual event. I don't want to reach out until I have something for them to volunteer for, actually. So yeah,
Okay.
but it is in the plan to have a meeting with the volunteer team.
Great.
And probably before every event, we'll probably have a meeting just to go over positions and things that are going on. for them.
Okay, I just want to make sure that they're kept in the loop as well, so that they are a part of the planning process, so that they can accurately make sure that we have the staffing needed for the different events.
Will do.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jen. All right, our next portion would be our special committee guests, and that's Lieutenant Julie Vowinkle. She stepped outside for a few minutes, so I'm gonna move that a little further down. In the meantime, because I'm assuming a few of you may have questions, so I'll bring that back up in a bit. In the meantime, we'll go to old business. 6A, Clubhouse Renovation Relief Center. Do we have a progress report on the ongoing renovations at the Rainbow Lakes Estates Clubhouse? At this time, we will not be discussing or considering the designation of the clubhouse as a hurricane relief center. That discussion will take place only if the renovations are complete. Any updates?
As far as the renovation goes, so we do have a contractor on the hook, so his estimate came in a lot higher, right, I think we've kind of had a conversation, we've made some adjustments to the plan, so at this point, we're waiting on all of his submittals to be reviewed and then be approved as far as the building permit goes. I think we have about half of what's necessary to approve the permits, so it's still a work in progress. A couple of the submittals were rejected based on material that he was suggesting. It wasn't what was in the plans that we were using, so it went back to him, and now he's putting his...
Now, did this occur on the May 20th meeting with the BOCC?
No, this would have been what occurred.
The rejection of the contract, because it was
So the
supposed to go
contract-
before the
contract has not been
BOCC.
rejected. The contract has not been rejected. So he has to submit what his plans are,
Correct.
what materials he's using to building department right before they'll grant him a
Mhm.
building permit. Those are some of those have been rejected based on the materials that he is offering to use.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Thank you.
So we're working on it. We're waiting on him to get his done.
Okay, but the meeting did go through, the contract did go through the
Yep.
BOCC on the 20th then?
I believe that was the day, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, thank you. 6B, boat ramp fees and penalty ordinances. Are there any updates on direction from the Marion County Legal Department regarding proposed amendments to the current code ordinance and fee structure related to the boat ramp? We will proceed based on any guidance received and determine the next appropriate steps.
I have met with our legal department regarding the boat fees and the ordinance change. She, at this time, doesn't recommend any changes based on our research with the Parks Department and the honor box system. We don't think we have really a way to enforce higher fees. We also kind of agree that the $1 fee for residents is a benefit of paying the tax assessment. So unless the board has a different view or wants something else for us to explore, I don't know that the ordinance change is the best move at this time, but we are open to discussion on it.
I'd like to table that for further discussion, because there are some heretic fees in operation of the boat ramp that should be offset by the users of that facility, i.e. specifically the ramps. We had one that people were complaining about last year that dropped off. If we had at least the fees being collected to use that facility, that would be used to offset the work required to remedy that.
I agree the fees could help us, but I don't know that we can staff someone there to collect fees, and then we're at the mercy of an honor box to collect.
It would still be an
fees.
honor box, but I don't think that would be that much of an issue either, considering what we're currently collecting is $1.
Mhm.
So I'm like, I agree with what you're saying right now, but I would like to have it tabled for further discussion in the future.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'm actually, more than the fees themselves, concerned with the ordinance. The ordinance currently reads, if you're caught on that property without that $1 thing, you can be immediately arrested. There is no
Yeah.
scale where it's a warning,
It does say up to.
up to,
Oh, it does?
Yes, it reads as up to.
up to.
There's a monetary charge and then up to confinement.
Yeah, I still think it should have something more definitive as far as,
Okay.
like a warning the first time and go up to level 3 and then, lock them up for
The
$1.
penalty just seems a little severe, considering that you could make that all go away by paying, again, I say it, $1.
I mean, not to be funny, but if a deputy has a bad day and he catches somebody on there, it could go up too.
I would hope in that case we would let them pay their $1 on site.
Okay,
Compliance would
thanks.
be the goal.
Walk in the
yes,
box,
we do.
yeah.
Okay, Levy County Recreation Fees. Mr. Wilshusen, is there an update and progress report on the efforts to move forward with assessing the recreation fees to the Levy County RLE residents, similar to the fees that are currently paid by Marion County RLE residents? Please share any recent developments, challenges, or next steps related to this initiative.
I've already spoken to the tax collector on the Levy County side, and they're just waiting for a file. They said, we don't do anything until we get the file from Marion County. They've been handed in the past the 2 files. They're expecting a 3rd file from you, or however, I don't know exactly how you do it, but there's some sort of transfer of a file.
So before we transfer the file, it would have to go in front of the Marion County Board of County Commissioners. I've already met with, again, the same meeting with admin and legal to discuss it. They're in favor of it. We're just researching the process on how to get there.
Then we're already past one of the major hurdles that we were having.
Yes.
Thank you. That makes me happy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, that's it for old business. Now, new business and board items.
Wait,
No, we-
I'm sorry. I know that it was dropped off at the last meeting. What is going on with the fire station? The redesignation? I'm assuming this is Station 2, the
We
buildings and
redesignated
grounds.
it for buildings and grounds building.
Okay, I just want to mention, somebody had said to me, I had overheard it. Can we please have somebody check the roof
Mr.
on that?
Wilshusen, that should be brought up to prior meeting updates.
Okay,
Thank you.
sorry.
Okay, new business, volunteer appreciation. Without our dedicated community volunteers, none of our dinners or special events would be possible. They selflessly donate their time, energy, and efforts to help make Rainbow Lakes Estates a better place to live. I believe the least we can do is find meaningful ways to show our appreciation for all they do. At this time, I would like to invite our Recreation Committee team leader, Marcy McKay, as well as the board members, to share their thoughts and suggestions on how we might best recognize and honor our volunteers. Marcy.
I wish you would have given.
Make sure that's turned on.
Is it on? Yeah.
Yes.
I wish you would have given me a little bit more warning than 5 minutes.
I have faith you can wing it.
You think so? I love Rainbow Lakes Estates, and I love volunteering for Rainbow Lakes Estates. This is my home. I'm gonna live here until they put me in a bucket somewhere. This is my home, and I love it here. We're trying as volunteers, as the volunteer group, to take and build this community back into something wonderful, because it is. We have all of the tools that we need to be able to do this. It's there. We have the building blocks. Jennifer, I haven't met you yet, but you were talking about waiting to take and meet with the volunteers. I think you need to do that beforehand, because we don't want to just volunteer at the Christmas party and the Halloween party. Our volunteers have a lot of wonderful ideas that need to be taken into consideration so that they can possibly be implemented. So maybe sooner than later, because we all know that the Halloween party is coming up and that we have a dinner in September, and we always are always there with our jingle bells on in Christmas and Easter, but there's so many other things that we could do for the community. And most of the people that are volunteers are willing to take and do that. So I guess that's my 3.5 cents worth. It's not 2 cents worth, but I'm always the first one to sign up. Most of the time, I'm one of the last ones to leave unless I'm just too pooped. So that's it.
All right. Anybody have any thoughts on this?
I just want to say thank you, Marcy.
You're very welcome.
You do an amazing job.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate the work you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Marcy, I'm going to move this to the agenda for next month, and that's hopefully after your meeting with
Okay.
the district office,
Mhm.
and maybe you can all come up a way that, as a
We can come
board,
up
we can
with
say
some-
thank you.
Okay.
You know, it was several years ago, and it was actually done for the volunteer fire department when we had the department under the board and the municipal services, and it was stated we approved to have no fees for any of our facilities, such as the youth center for them and their families, and the fitness center, and the club fees would be waived for volunteers.
That would be
But I
amazing.
believe that the county has a suggestion coming up in the future, which I didn't see on the agenda. And so I think hopefully that will get on the agenda for next month.
Okay.
Because I don't want to offer you something that might not be there at the time.
But like I told you before, 10s and 20s
Right.
always work, so.
Thanks, Marcy. That wasn't too hard, was it?
Chairman, if I may, to speak on volunteers. We absolutely appreciate all the volunteer efforts that we do get. I want to add that the reason we haven't reached out to volunteers is because we don't have recreation staff, and we cannot have volunteers during events without staff present. So without being able to staff an event, we really can't call in volunteers right now, and that's the hindrance on the volunteers. I don't want anyone to think we're stiffing the volunteers or anything like that. We absolutely appreciate them, and as soon as we are staffed to include them, we are excited to do so.
Okay. Hey, Katie, you and I had a conversation about a couple of things. Could you, I know I do the agenda, I set the agenda, but could they be added for next month so that we can discuss those?
They will be.
and move forward, because I don't want to offer them at something now that might not be there in the future.
Correct.
Thanks. Okay, moving on now. This one's funny because I put this on there before the issue with the Tiger Lake boat launch. Boat ramp at Little Lake Bonneville. I had intended to discuss this reopening of the boat ramp at Winding Hills Park, which is Little Lake Bonneville. However, due to recent vandalism at the Tiger Lake boat launch, I believe this is not an appropriate time to consider this matter. We will monitor the situation and revisit the topic when conditions are more favorable. Okay? So you know. All right, I do have something else I want to add, but I'm going to actually suspend new business for a moment and go to our special committee guest, Lieutenant Julie Volwinkle, Marion County Sheriff's Office. Hi. Can you move that a little closer and yell some?
Hear me? Or is it not on?
Slowly and clearly into the clown's mouth.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't have any new business other than your new business. I don't know if you want me to discuss that, or.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if you want me to discuss that, or everybody here is.
Well, are there people that would like to speak to Lieutenant or, have any questions for her? All right, because I do. Okay, I'm making an addendum under new business today, and I want the board to pay attention to this because I may call for a preliminary vote. I would like to propose that we formally request the county engineers to conduct a thorough inspection of all the lake areas and the community center complex with the goal of assessing the extent of damage resulting from recent acts of vandalism or deterioration, and providing an estimate of costs to restore, repair, or improve the affected areas as needed. Their professional assessment will not only help us understand the full scope of the situation, but will also assist in planning for potential funding, grants, and/or community-led efforts to address the damage. I welcome the board's thoughts and discussion on this matter. Okay, my second portion of this is pursuing legal action and requesting information from law enforcement. I'm requesting that the Rainbow Lakes Estates Advisory Board formally take the following actions in response to the recent acts of vandalism affecting our lake areas, community center complex, and parks. Request from the Marion County Sheriff's Office of the vehicle registrations and insurance information for all vehicles that can be identified through available video footage and photographic evidence in connection with these incidents. Explore the possibility of filing claims under applicable auto insurance policies, homeowners insurance policies, and if necessary, seeking personal restitution from all individuals responsible. This includes adults directly involved and the parents or legal guardians of any minors who may have participated. Request that the Marion County Board of County Commissioners, formally join the Rainbow Lakes Estates Advisory Board in pursuing all available legal actions, including criminal prosecution of any and all individuals involved and any other lawful avenues of accountability. If this board is in agreement, I respectfully request a motion and a vote of approval to proceed with these actions in communication with both the Sheriff's Office and the County Commissioners. Thoughts?
Well put, Mr. Chairman. Unfortunately, we are an advisory board. We don't have any enforcement ability. We don't have the authority to do it. So we have to rely on the Sheriff's Department and Fish and Wildlife. As far as...
That would be for the investigation.
Right, investigation. We have to
We do
rely
have
on them to do the
authority
prosecution.
to seek legal
Right,
ramifications.
we can sue, and if that is what the board feels is necessary, I'm all in agreement with it. We cannot allow people to destroy our property. This is our property, not my property, our property. All of us here own it, and we cannot allow them to destroy it. I can't put it any better than that. I support this.
Dan, John?
My only concern with it, I mean, I agree with everything you guys are saying, but you guys have the boat ramp closed right now, which means you're actually penalizing the residents here because they can't use it. So my question is how long is it gonna take to get to a point where we can reopen the boat ramp?
I personally think that we should have the county engineers come out and not only assess the damage that was done, see what can be done, such as some type of rail or something to block access to the water with a vehicle other than by going onto the boat ramp to lower a boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And however long it takes, we didn't create the problem. I apologize that the problem was created, but all we can do is take the appropriate measures to fix it and fix it correctly.
Well, I agree with that.
And if that means the boat ramp is out of commission for a while.
Right, I was just curious if we had like a time estimate on how long it would take.
Okay. Dan?
I kind of agree with what Mr. Conrad was saying. I mean, it is a huge impact to the residents, but at the same time, it's like we all have, as a matter of fact, fielded calls about the disrepair of the boat ramp even before this incident occurred. And now it has been exacerbated or made worse. I do think that we need to have somebody come down, take a look at it, and figure out what it is going to take to put it back the way it was so that it's a usable feature again. Because right now, in its present condition, you can't launch from it. So I think that we need to do something to move forward. I think that right now it is up to the investigative team. If they come back and say that there is something that we can move forward with, then yes, I think that, I mean, these are the people we work for. You just heard them. They want us to do something.
Right.
So if that's what it's going to take, then that's what we need to do.
I agree. Kathy?
Yes. As a parent, I think that there should be some kind of repercussion to these kids or residents that are doing the damage. If you let them get away with it now, but when they get older, they're only going to be better at destruction and disrespect. I had kids, and that's what I held them to.
So if you all agree with this, I need a motion, a second, and a vote to make this part of our record and request these actions be taken.
I make the motion.
And a second?
George seconds it. What's that?
Third, whatever we need.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carries unanimously. Tiffany, I'll give you a copy of this, my report. Okay, now, is there anybody that would like to have a question or speak about the boat ramp issue? Please come forward, state your name and address, and you can address the lieutenant. Hello. Keep it to the boat ramp issue now. We'll have
Okay, so
Public
Steve
comment
Christian, 22372 Southwest Nectarine. One intending to speak, otherwise my name would already
Could you
be
speak
on
up,
there.
Steve?
I can. I have two questions.
Could you
Number
speak?
one, we haven't heard anything at all about the investigation about the damage that was done. So to answer your question about when the boat ramp's gonna be open, where's the investigation? So if the investigation is done and they cannot pursue those people who did the damage, then we are all responsible to pay the money to fix the boat ramp so I can use it, so we can use it. So if they're going to go somewhere and finish this investigation and then pursue actions against those people, then we can do whatever we want to. But if the investigation has been completed and there is nothing that the county is going to do, then it is our responsibility, Rainbow Lakes Estates, to fix the boat ramp out of our pocket, our budget, so that we can use the boat ramp. So with that, I ask you this question: where are we with this investigation that the
I mean,
damage?
yeah, it's not
And I
complete.
got a second
Okay.
question, just real quick, because and then where's FWC and where are they in this investigation? I'm sorry, ma'am. So where are we in the investigation? That was
So
my
I
question.
can't answer for FWC, I don't work for them, so I don't know. As far as the other investigation, I know there was a lot of complaints made that were never made to the Marion County Sheriff's Office, okay? So I don't remember, what was it, when it originally happened, and I was off for a week, and then when I came back, I had somebody come out and make contact to take a report, because the report was never taken, because it wasn't reported to the Marion County Sheriff's Office. So it's not like we've had this for months.
So it sounds to me like, I hate to say this, it sounds to me like the board or us as Rainbow Lakes Estates never filed a report with Marion County. Is that correct?
Sir, we can't file the report. It's not a function of the board. We don't do
Just
that.
that office can file
I
it.
asked you, did Rainbow Lakes Estates, did the office up here, whoever they were, did you call, did anybody file a report with Marion County Sheriff's Office?
We filed a report for a separate incident
Okay.
that occurred.
Okay, so
Jennifer, could you speak more into your microphone too?
Sure. We filed a report for a separate incident that occurred, and then we received complaints from residents that were related to those same assailants per se, or accused. So what we were advised to do legally was to advise those people that had viewed the actual crime to make a report. Several residents did make a report, and we do have some of their names that recorded those. We also reported the same number that we reported to Fish and Wildlife at the same time. So both agencies were given the number initially when we made our report, and then since then, every resident who has come in, we have instructed them to call Marion County or to call Fish and Wildlife if it has something to do with wildlife. Because unfortunately, as we all know, I can take your complaint, but if I'm not there to actually view the action happening, you know, that they can't take that report from me. So,
And I can tell you, most of the complaints have been the complaints from what's been posted.
Right.
So that's what everybody's seeing, the exact same thing. So there's not a specific reporting person that has come forward. A lot of people call in anonymously and want to say, oh, I saw on Facebook. Well, that's great, we've all saw on Facebook. So without specific knowledge of what has happened, that's not useful, because we all have that same video.
Yes, ma'am. So it would appear to me that there's no real investigation, and I don't know what FWC is doing.
George
and-
might know.
And whatnot. And if that's so, then this idea that we're gonna chase down somebody and have them pay for something is probably not gonna happen. So I go with Mr. Connors there.
Well, that's what I'm asking, is for it to happen.
Well, if she's telling you that they are not
We
investigating
have
a crime.
we have
and
a
that-
report, we do have a report. Okay,
Okay.
do you understand that? So there's a report.
So you guys
based
are
on-
investigating something?
Yes, there is a
Then,
report.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood what
Yes.
you said. Okay, so then I go back to that. When their investigation's over and if they can't pursue anybody, then it's our responsibility to open the boat ramp as fast as we can. So I agree with you.
Right.
Ron?
We shouldn't be holding anything. And it doesn't really matter what the county says that you need to spend $1,000 or $10,000. It's still gonna come out of our budget. And you can pursue a grant later. And I appreciate it.
Thank you,
And
Steve.
so with that, I'll be quiet.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anybody else want to come up, have anything to say about this? Oop. Name and address, please.
Ernie Barber, I live on 479 Southwest Shorewood Drive. Been here 11 years. Kind of disappointed in you guys. The dock, let's go there. Who puts a plastic rail around the dock so the kids can destroy it in one day? You should have done it right the first time, you wouldn't have a problem. Second, the lake. You're bitching about the, well, I lost my train of thought. About the ramp. Well, 11 years ago when I got here, that ramp wasn't even existing. And when you get pulled in the parking lot, what kind of mess is that? I can fix that in 15 minutes. You know how you fix that? Number 57 pea gravel, a tri-axle dump truck load, put it on there, have your guys go over, level off, each time you drive over it, it crushes like crusher running, you know what that is. And it's like concrete. That takes care of that problem. Okay? That's number one. With cost effective about $200 to $1,200 to fix that. As far as you guys getting people down there and having this guy do this, well, let's inspect this and see what they're gonna charge you 30 grand probably to do that. We don't want to pay that, man. Them kids have been tearing that thing up since I've been here. I'm sorry, one sand crane that's got destroyed.
Don't you think it's about time if they've been tearing it up since you've been here?
Why
Wait a
don't you
minute,
do your
sir.
job?
Don't
Why
you
don't
think it's
you do
about
your
time that
job
we take a
instead of
stand and say it's
bullshitting?
enough is enough?
All right, here's another thing. Who purchased the brand new car that's been sitting out there? Who came up with that? Why do you need a brand new car? Who gave you the permission to buy that car? Is our money, can we drive that car?
So you're
We drive that
taking the
car. I need to know
stance, sir,
this.
you're taking the stance
I'm
that
sorry.
because it's happened for years,
No,
we should continue to tolerate it.
I don't want to pay for somebody else's mistake.
I don't want to pay
You
for everybody
are
damaging what we already
You
paid
guys
for,
are mistaken.
and I don't think the
You're not
majority of
taking
people
care
here
of
do.
this.
Thank you very much, your time is up.
See ya, asshole.
Please state your name and address.
Seth Epstein, and I'm not saying my address, but here's my point. As you had said, people have been out here for years tearing up.
Seth, could you please speak up louder?
Yes, sir. I was saying, just because these kids are going down here tearing up the lake, there's nobody the right to go on Facebook on this 2,000 members of this group to harass all these kids over a dang lake. Y'all are saying it's going to cause thousands of damages, but yet the lake will overgrow itself. It'll fix itself over time and years. Y'all have done nothing. Like I said, y'all buy vehicles. How long did that landmark road by Tiger Lake stay broken, tearing up boats and tires?
Seth, what were you gonna say to begin with?
Thank you, Seth.
How you guys doing? My name's Steve Miller.
You're gonna have to speak up.
My name's Steve Miller. I live on 24392 Southwest Shorewood Drive.
First of all, before you, I like the fact that I did see the videos, and you and your wife took a stand.
Yeah, from the cameras. out
Thank
front.
you on
And so,
behalf
I
of
mean, I know
myself.
this is in regards to the Tiger Lake boat ramp. I don't really have much to speak on about that. I don't use the boat ramp. I haven't seen the damages or anything like that. As far as reporting goes, I would like to speak with you after this meeting. I can give you as much information as I have. I have plenty of camera footage of Seth Osteen pulling up in front of my house this past Sunday trying to harass me. Like I said, I have camera footage, everything.
You're trying to shoot us.
You were on our property trying to tear out our fence.
So we're not gonna argue about it here, I'll talk to you guys afterwards.
Yep, that's what I'd like to talk to you afterwards. But definitely, I mean, I agree with you know, your proposition. If they're responsible for damaging it, we should pay for it in our tax dollars. I don't feel like I should have to fix a boat ramp that some punk kids are destroying, that have been destroying this neighborhood for years. I just recently moved up here about a year and a half ago, and I moved up here to get away from the city, to get away from people, and it seems like the trouble is coming to my front door, and I'm now know one way to handle it, and I've been very calm, because I thought he was a minor at first, but now that I know he's of age, you know, I'm gonna defend myself, and that's basically what I came here to say, is, and I would like to speak with you after this meeting as well, so I can give you as much
The
information.
deputy that's here with me, I'll have him take a report from you.
Okay.
when we-
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Hayden.
Thank you, Hayden.
Okay, anyone else?
Just because these kids got away with it for however long they've been doing it, does not mean that they can continue. Because as little hoodlums, they're gonna grow up to be big hoodlums because they don't know that they have to pay for their mistakes. And I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous to let them get away with this. Just because it happened in the past does not mean we have to allow it to continue. Thank you.
Aye.
Hello, my name is Ann, and I moved here 2.5 years ago also to get to the country. And the first year we moved here, my husband and I, in March, bought the house. And in September, our house was vandalized. We know who did it, thanks to Facebook. My husband, we have cameras all around our house, and we had them on camera. And I did call Marion County Police for help, because it's pretty scary at 2 o'clock in the morning. When you first move into a nice country home, I do like it here, I'm a country girl. And there's rocks being thrown at the house. There's toilet paper thrown, this is not Halloween, toilet paper thrown around the yard. There's human poop in the driveway. So I had called Marion County, looking for help. Oh, forgot about the eggs. A dozen of eggs were thrown out of the house. I called Marion County. I'm a teacher. Try to help kids. Some kids you can't help. Maybe parents don't raise their kids right, but I'll tell you, I grew up on a farm. My ass was kicked if there was something wrong. I went to Catholic school. I had nuns. We learn what's right. And I agree with you. If they don't do something to these kids, 21, come on. They're adults. They vandalized. We did drive by the boat ramp. I didn't see what was below and see the damage. But still, something needs to be done. I pay, right now I'm a house in the market, but I pay taxes. I pay $3,500 to live here. That's kind of high. But still, if I did something, if I vandalized your house or your house, would I get away with it? Somebody 21, 22, 18. They're adults. There's a crime, and I think they should pay for it. Not to say, like when I called in September of 2023, they showed up in 24, did again. Called again, Marion County for help. Now I'm older. You know, I don't want to live my life in fear. I want to be active. I want to be involved. So I believe that somebody that's 21, 22, why can't they come out and just fix the damage? But I don't think they should get away with it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd just like to make a comment if I can. I'd like to make a comment if I can.
Sure.
I've been here in Rainbow Lakes Estates for 38 years. Came here back in the late 80s with my family. I've seen this place grow and grow and grow, and you're seeing more and more of these houses that are being thrown up. This place is gonna turn into a little city-type place before long. They keep going. If we don't take a stand and start showing that when there's actions by these youths or younger people, I don't care what you want to call them, if we don't take a stand and show that there's consequences for their actions, it's just going to get worse over time, because we're going to start having more and more people of that age. And they hang out together, they talk, they play basketball, they say this, they say that. And if there's nothing going on, it's just going to get out of control. So I think we should do every single thing we can within our powers to have some kind of action taken against them. Thank you.
I agree. Anyone else? Hello, David.
David Harris, 23900 Southwest Seacliff. And back to what you were saying, how we're growing, I see it every day as I'm out there working. At least once a week, there's some new property being cleared, somehow someone's done. So we're gonna grow, and we're getting all the ages in here, so yeah, we need to stand now. I've been here, and it's been quiet, but you hear them going down Seacliff, just out of nowhere. You hear a diesel just rev his engine all the way down. So yeah, I'm getting tired of it, you know. And then some of the drivers just don't see us when we're working. I was out mowing the front end Wednesday. These cars are coming this close to me. They're not giving me no room on a zero turn mower. So yeah, we need to kind of focus on this. Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, you know, right now, it's the boat ramp. Recently, it's the monkey bars out here for the kids to play on. It's the damage to the bathrooms at Seacliff Park. It's a constant damage, tearing up the dock that's, I believe, less than 15 years old. It looks like now it was built in 1930. When is enough is enough? You know, I mean, it's frustrating because ultimately it's our money and our tax dollars that are going to go up because these repairs. You know? So, anyone else? All right, Mr. Rodriguez. God, it's pretty sad that I start to know all you people.
Omar Rodriguez, 4535 Southwood Driftwood Court. You know, unfortunately, somebody's got to bring my fellow residents to reality. You guys know what I do for a living. I'm a claims and litigations expert. What fascinates me about what's going on here today is that potentially you have folks here directly involved in what happened, and not only they're defensive and competent about it, but let me tell you, the time to be combative and argue and all that, that's come and gone. The videos are out there, license plates are taken. Rainbow Lakes Estates owns this chunk of land, and they have sustained a financial loss that's going to be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. These are wetlands, these are waterways, this is land. You can't just come over and dump a dump truck worth of stuff. The engineering report is going to show that not only we can't afford that, there's no way in the world we can't afford it, but also what's going to show is the financial loss that any attorney with a first degree out of the first year will take that case against the homeowners in question. So my advice to you, if you happen to be a homeowner in question related to this case or happen to be driving one of these vehicles that happen to be in the case, you also have liability as a result of your property damage with a particular vehicle insurance. My advice to you guys is the time to be defensive, the time to fight it, it's over with. What you need to worry about right now is what's coming down the pipe in terms of losses, damages, and claims, because it is coming. And I'm a voter. You guys know I have 2 votes. I'm on the wire every week. But the liability of a little girl with a golf cart running over that area and falling, break an ankle on a 12-foot, on a 12-inch rut right by the water, we can't afford that kind of liability. And us as residents, we're going to have to figure out that this board is not the one who did this. They're not responsible for it. We're just trying to do something about it. But the time has come to do that, and right now, not only there's a law enforcement component of it, which is going to work at its own pace, and then we're going to have the litigation component of it, which is going to work at its own pace. So my advice, if you're involved into this, it comes Jesus moment where you got to come over, maybe apologize, maybe say I'll work with you on the damage and all that. This is not going to be cheap. This is going to be very expensive. Attorneys' costs and fees are going to be involved. And we're responsible for this, and you're looking at some significant financial loss on behalf of what happened. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you, Omar.
Thank you, Omar.
Anyone else? All right, so I'm going to move on from that. We still have general public comment coming up. All right, prior meeting updates. Do any board members have updates or follow-ups from previous meetings that they would like to discuss at this time? Dan.
Sorry about that earlier. I did have a question for Marion County. I want to know if we've ever received the building inspection reports back from the engineers. The last time I talked to Chad, he said that they had already been out. He walked with them through all of the buildings. It was also to get our correct numbers for each one.
We have our updated fire occupancy that was announced with our 5-year plan, that was included in that.
Okay.
I don't have the actual reports, I believe Chad does. When he
Okay.
returns, we'll have them.
Okay, could you just forward a message to him that I'd be interested in reviewing that?
Yeah, absolutely, we can have them sent to all the board members.
Okay, and then the Station 2 roof, if somebody could look into that.
Is there damage to the roof?
I've heard that it has a leak,
Okay.
and we're using that facility for storage. I'd
Right.
like to make sure that we're not putting it into a building that is like Swiss cheese with a door.
Swiss cheese analysis, got it.
Thank you.
Swiss cheese with a door. That's good.
Anyone else with any prior meeting updates?
I don't know if we're getting out, if I'm getting out of position here. With Levy County, getting recreation fees and getting the taxes applied, we will have that revenue. I have heard from the office and, in the past that they don't want us to be using, fees collected from club members and so forth. They don't, the revenue is not necessary. Is that something, is that a fact? Is that what the county wants us to do?
Not to use our revenues? I'm sorry, I don't understand.
No, to not have fees for, activities, club memberships and so
I
forth.
think he's talking
Okay.
about eliminating
Got
club
it.
Eliminating
fees,
the fees, yes.
fitness center fees,
No.
youth center fees, and I think I just discussed that we're gonna add that to next month's agenda.
Yes, there might be some changes suggested. It wouldn't be an elimination of all fees, just kind of a reorganization of how we fee. Club fees and dues would always be a thing.
Yeah.
We are looking at the way we run the youth center and the fitness
Right.
center, and that being included in part of that assessment and offset by that potential additional assessment. Again, that Levy County doesn't have a start date. That is not money we have or can count yet.
Yeah.
That is probably a 26, 27, if we're lucky, situation.
Yeah, well,
So
I'm
that's,
hoping that we can push it through for the 26 budget process,
I'm hoping so too.
you know,
But that
alleviate.
isn't our decision to make today. That is that will go to the board of county commissioners.
Right.
So,
Yeah, but I
but yes,
would
there will
not,
be changes
Yeah.
to the fee.
I would not move to remove fees. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous.
yeah, the only thing is.
What was that, Dan?
I would not move to remove fees.
It's going along the same subject. I recently discovered by seeing the ad for the Fall Festival, right? After I sold my businesses, I had a hobby business, antiques and collectibles, and so like a garage full of them, for God's sakes. Anyway, I have never heard of offering a 25% discount to come back and rent a space the following year. And I don't know where that came into effect. Yet we're offering anybody a discount for that, yet we offer no discounts for a table to our own residents, and we offer no discounts to our club members that own some of these clubs, the Quilting Club or the Fibers Club.
The club and resident discount is definitely something we can look into. The returning vendor is a pretty standard practice as far as growing a fair and wanting people to return. That's a standard practice among events.
Well, I just know I never got a discount for
25%
coming
is
back
happy.
year after year to an antique and collectible show.
Yeah, for craft fairs and so forth.
For all
Yeah.
events, it's pretty
Yeah,
typical.
that's
yeah.
common.
I worked for an
That's very
international.
But offering them
company before
20%?
this.
Or something,
20% is
some to,
usually pretty standard.
to encourage people to
Wow.
come back.
Yeah.
Well, if we're doing that, then we should be offering a better discount to our
Yeah.
residents and to our, the people who work these clubs and join these clubs. So it's something you can look into, I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, pins and needles are here. They've donated theirs to the sheriff's department and everything else. Those are the types of groups that we want coming in here
Absolutely.
during that time. I mean, they should be the ones getting the return discounts.
We can accept that. Yeah, we'll look into that.
Okay, that it for prior meeting updates and bouncing around a little too early.
Hey,
Just a little.
just a
All right.
basketball here. dude.
Now we're gonna go to general public comment about anything else anybody, we got people that signed up.
Marcy McKay.
Didn't we just hear from you? Name and address.
Marcy McKay, 3764 Southwest Bluegill. We've already addressed part of it when we were speaking about the volunteer group and wanting to take and meet sooner than later. The other thing that I was curious about, now I lost my train of thought. Oh, wait a minute.
That's a hard train to, that's a hard train to
Yeah,
drive.
that train. What did I put? What did I put down there?
Club and volunteers.
Oh, okay. This is more for Katie, probably. Can you take and put something out there, and Jennifer also, to take and try and promote some interest in starting some more clubs? I have given Tiffany, I know I had sent it to her, a list of clubs that used to be active here in Rainbow Lakes Estates. And quite honestly, most of the people that ran them have probably died. And I'm only one person, and I can only do, I'm actually doing two, because I run the Pins and Needles Sewing Group, and then I'm trying to take and wrangle the volunteers to take and have enough people to take and help with stuff. But there's so many opportunities. I mean, I've heard people say, well, I'd like to play pinochle. Well, start a pinochle club. They don't know how to do it. They don't realize how easy it is. So the other thing, real quick, Officer Bullwinkle. Oh, she's got to leave, okay. The other, if you could take and post something, you know, maybe get with Tiffany and get that list that I had went down and found through going through old records of what some of the clubs were that used to be in existence here. Did you know that there used to be a VFW here? We have a monument out here. We don't have any veterans club anywhere here in Rainbow Lakes Estates, and I'm sure there are a lot of veterans.
Yes.
I'm positive of it.
Positive there are.
I'm positive there is. I mean, there could be a pinochle club, there could be a chess club, and they don't all have to meet during the day. That's one of the things that someone had approached me on about the sewing group. Is, well, you meet during the day when I'm at work. Well, fine, start something in the evening. Clubs don't just have to meet during the daytime. So maybe we need to take and address that.
Absolutely, we can absolutely put some generic info on how to get the clubs going, some ideas. I don't know what pinochle is, but I'm happy to find out.
It's a card game. My parents used to play it.
Yeah.
Double deck.
Yeah, Pinocle's a card game. There's Pinochle, there's euchre, I mean, we have a poker club, but why couldn't we just have a generic card game club where people could come in here and meet once a week to just to play cards?
We absolutely welcome clubs. I know Jen went to the plant swap and they were again talking about a garden club.
Right.
We had another conversation
Exactly.
for another program.
Yeah, we are inviting folks back.
Right, so if you could take and push that, I mean, when I see it, I will repost it and, you know, tell them to contact me if they want any other information. I mean, granted, if they contact me, I'll just point them at Tiffany, but that'll take a minute to get the ball rolling possibly, so.
She's not busy enough that way.
Yeah. Yeah, and the only other thing I wanted to ask Lieutenant Bullwinkle if they needed any more bears, but I'll contact her afterwards, so. Because my sewing group is ready to make teddy bears again. So.
Thank you, Marcy.
Okay.
Thank you, Meg.
Okay.
Ernie Barber. He's already gone. Barbara Ellison.
Hi, Barbara.
Barbara Ellison, 208.
I think you might have to lower that. Put some steps out there.
It's funny you say that to the poor woman every time.
20876 Southwest Marine Boulevard. I'd like to say I support the board, and I really appreciate your dedication and your hard work and having to listen to all these different people with such grace. And I'm also upset with what I heard about the vandalism and the fact that those birds were hurt. And I echo what George says. I hope that we can come to a resolution about that. And thank you all again.
Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you, Barbara.
Is there anybody that didn't sign up that wants to speak about anything? Oh, we're getting you back again.
It's easy to say.
Hello again to Steve.
Hey, Steve Sterzan, 22372 Southwest Nectarine. Two things. First thing is I talked to you. We have an American flag. Maybe we can get a Florida flag up here also.
Actually, we are working on that.
Awesome. Good. Thanks, Dan. Second thing is Kathy goes through every month that we have a meeting and talks about all these great things. Pickleball's never on there.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I keep remembering that we have pickleball, but I keep forgetting by the time we get home. So maybe we could put that on there, add that to the list of like really cool things to do, because I will show up and play pickleball.
We haven't had recreation staff to host pickleball. We always have the pickleball courts available to anyone who wants to use them, but
So
we
is
haven't
there-
had recreation staff.
So am I?
Wasn't the pickleball run by Recreation Department?
Previously, yes, when we had one.
Is that the plan when we
It will be.
get a recreation person?
Yes, when it's live, it will be on the communicator.
So we don't have a organized RLE pickleball event going on currently now.
Not at this
So
time.
now it's just a show. Okay, well, I understand.
You're welcome to start a pickleball club, Steve.
Can you volunteer? Is that staff?
To start the club, yeah. You can, just like, she was talking about, you just come and talk to Tiffany and I, and we'll tell you how to start any club you want, so, yeah.
I don't want to start a club, but I would volunteer.
Well,
you know that.
join the club.
Join the
I
club.
would volunteer. if that's what you
Join
need.
the club.
I think I've already volunteered enough, so I'll be glad to thank you.
Thank you, Steve. And thank you for bringing the fire department to our last two events.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Good to see you back involved. Anyone else? Oh,
Sorry, I remembered, but I forgot. I've had 2 or 3 previous volunteers that left because of the way things were before. Do they have to take and refill out applications and do everything all over again, or can they could just come back?
It'd be a case by case depending on how long it has been since they've been with us.
Probably less than a year.
You're good,
Okay, all right, thank you.
of course.
thank you, Marcy.
Just make sure you get them in before that year anniversary, please. Miss McKay, please make sure you get them back in before that 1-year anniversary expires.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone else? That it? Oh,
Oh my God.
are we getting Mr. Levitt today or G. Russell? Oh, so we're getting Gary Levitt. Okay, I see it.
Gary Levitt, 21617 Southwest East Boston Street. When are they gonna start renting out the canoes? And if you do, the $20 or $25 for the first hour is way too much.
4 hours.
I agree.
For 4
4
hours.
hours. It's for 4 hours.
It's for 4 hours.
Yeah, it's a 4-hour period.
Oh, I thought it was for the first hour.
No, it's for a 4-hour period, and they will start up again as soon as we have staff in the office to rent
Well,
them.
I kind of think that.
Actually, the fact that you say start up, they've never been rented once.
They've never been rented at all.
We'd love to run.
You'd be the first, Jerry.
It's
You wanna
my
be- you wanna be the
understanding-
first?
My understanding, they might still be in the wrapping.
Oh my God.
And we do need to use this community center a lot more. I mean, maybe a DJ or something each month.
We have plans,
Okay, good.
definitely. and
Okay. Thank you,
I invite
Mr.
your ideas.
Thank you.
Let us know.
Thank you, Mr. Levitt.
Thank you, Mr. Levitt.
All right, closing the public comment portion. Community announcement. Do any board members or board guests have any announcements they would like to share at this time?
If you see something, report it.
Yes.
Please, report it. Do
You all
not,
get that?
Do not post on Facebook, it does no good. Please, if you see somebody doing a crime, report it and give the police the facts and whatever information you can. It's like Lieutenant Volwinkle said, they didn't receive a report, and if they don't have a report, they cannot file anything, nothing will be done. We have to have a report, so please, if you see something, report it. Thank you.
And if you don't want something on Facebook, don't do it in the first place.
Actually, if you don't want something negative on Facebook, don't do whatever it is that's negative. All right, the next meeting, Eat Dinner, will be held right here at the Community Center on Friday, September 26th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We will be serving chili. This is a resident-only event with no charge, and proof of residency is required. If you have any questions about proof of residency, please contact the RLE District Office. Come on out and get to know your neighbors. Our Ghost School, Goblins and Ghouls Halloween event for kids will take place on Saturday, October 25th, from 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at the Youth Center in the Rainbow Lakes Estates Community Center complex. This year, they've added a trunk or treat to the event. Registration is required for those who wish to give out candy. Please contact the RLE District Office for more information. The Fall Craft Festival will be held on November 8th at the Community Center complex. Both indoor and outdoor spaces are still available. Please contact the RLE District Office prior to October 20th to secure your spot. Our next advisory board meeting will be held on Thursday, August 21st at 6:30 p.m. here in the Community Center. Thank you all for coming, and we look forward to seeing you next month. This meeting is adjourned.